Okay, so we're not okay. So you. Okay, hi guys. This is College Green, and we've just been. Some people have been told that they're not allowed to step on the grass. Well, actually, no. It's more like they're not allowed to step on the grass with signs on. It's a private property. Oh, private property is the grass, paid for by the taxpayer. I presume it's paid for by the taxpayer, but it's but they're not allowed to. We're not allowed to actually step on it as
this
taxpayers.
have to pay his taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know about that one. Okay, so the idea here is at the moment today is the parliament dissolves today.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that means that we don't have a government.
And all seats are vacant.
And all seats are vacant. Okay, if you want to, if you want to stand for parliament for the May coming elections in May the 7th, you have until April is it the 9th, I think, or is it the 3rd? Not sure. Anyway, April, you need to well, I don't know, run for as an independent or for one of the parties in this country, from the monster looting raving loony party to, so I don't know, to to the Tories, I suppose. But anyway, there's a few things that we are doing this. Oh yes, so you were told that this has nothing to do with Rupert Murdoch at all. I presume that's the BBC, which is controlled at the moment by somebody who does work for or used to work for Rupert Murdoch. Yeah.
Someone who pulls political strings.
Someone who pulls political strings. Okay, my apologies.
Rupert Murdoch's got influence.
Yeah, Rupert Murdoch does have influence. He controls what, 75% of the, well, 3/4 of the media in the UK, and something like 90% in Australia. And that's something actually people would have to consider. That's the reason why we have Occupy Rupert Murdoch. I mean, he controls what, the Fox News in the United States, and some newspapers in New York as well. Say Wall Street Journal, I think. So that's the reason why they decided to have a little bit of demonstration. It's just a few signs, just a few of us. But anyway, it is a Monday. Everybody. Okay. Why is it?
It looks like the place might possibly put some come off the grass.
Yep. Sorry, sir. Why is this actually? Is this private property? Who actually?
This grass actually does belong to the parliamentary estate. That's a public.
So, as taxpayers, we're not allowed to step on it.
Not if it's owned by somebody else. If it were your garden and you were asking me to move you off, then it would be the same situation.
No, but I presume we all have. Well, I presume this actually private property. Who owns it? Sorry, who owns it?
Parliamentary estate.
Parliament estate. So we're not allowed to, as the people who actually pay their wages, to actually be able to step on it.
No, you may disagree with that, but no.
No, so that means actually they just extract money from us, but then and that we're not allowed to actually go anywhere.
I don't want to get into an argument with you. I am here to tell you though, it's private. You're standing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm acting as an agent. I'd rather not be standing on the.
Well, I presume he's acting as an agent for democracy of this country, sir.
Don't get arrested.
I'm just saying. Like, we're getting the situation that it's owned by. It seems to be owned by the taxpayer of this country, but then for some reason we're not allowed to actually have use of it.
It's private property.
Okay, well, I think you're just going to keep repeating, but we'll have to check on this. This actually
private property. Don't you have to secure your property? Don't you have to have like a fence around it if you don't want people to like walk?
Yeah, no, but it seems to be the case.
It'd be like front garden.
One question, front garden.
So if someone walks around it,
if it's still your private property, though.
No, for the most part, a lot of people you either have a right of way, or actually it's the reason why we're being told why we can't get step on it. I mean, yeah,
you don't work for private corporations. You don't work for private people. You work for the people.
No, but we're parliamentary police, so that's why we're here.
Okay.
Much like if you got stopped in a car, it would be a traffic policeman dealing with you. Because you're here in Parliament, you've got police, you've got public order police, you've got police.
Yeah, for the most part, if you're in a car, I presume it's because they stop you because you're doing something that's completely incorrect.
No, but I'm trying to give you a parallel, and I'm saying if there was a stranger in your front garden, that is your private property.
But it
doesn't give that stranger the right to be in your garden.
Yes, what would be strange about the person? What's a person? I mean, what's so strange about a person actually having a sign say "Occupy Rupert Murdoch" and just standing there peacefully? It's just a sign.
And if it's the case where who pays for the grounds? Who pays for the ground? The taxpayers, right? So it belongs technically to taxpayers, doesn't it?
Well, if the property's privately owned.
If taxpayers are paying for that building behind you, and it belongs to, and this belongs part of that, then it certainly does belong to the taxpayers, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Which is,
well, that's how you see it.
So why shouldn't we have a right to stand on it?
Because legally, lawfully, irrespective of your view of how you see taxpayer money being used, this is private property.
But wouldn't you say there's some flaws in the system? Because
I'm not disagreeing. I'm simply stating the fact.
You can't. Do you know what I mean? Because people are just going to laugh at you because if you try to arrest him or whatever,
we're not going to. I didn't say I was going to arrest him.
Well, because he's not complying. So
yeah, I know. And
you're going to try and arrest him, aren't you?
No. Look, it's much like we said about the garden. You've got a right to ask someone to move and or use force as reasonable off the property. Same as if someone was in your front garden, right? Let's forget about your views on Parliament and what it is and isn't. That is actually the law. So you can use reasonable force to move something, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm going to arrest him.
Excuse me, sir, but I would say that if it is my front garden, that I know who actually was paying for that front garden, which would theoretically be me. But if somebody's just sort of just standing on that, say, which we thought was actually public space, I don't get. So you're saying
choose not to.
If someone was stood in my front garden holding a sign that I hadn't secured, that anyone could walk over, and was stood in my front garden holding a sign, and I called the police and I said, someone stood in my garden holding a sign, they'd be like, yeah, what? Is he doing anything? Is he damaging anything? Is he attempting to harm you or burgle you or anything? I'd be like, no, he's just holding a sign. They'd be like, all right then, thanks. Wouldn't they? Do you think they'd come round like this and say, get out of his garden? Get out of his garden! For holding a sign. They wouldn't be anywhere. I don't think they'd come. I think they'd say, well, it's up to you to secure your property and stop people intruding on your property. You're smiling, aren't you? Aren't you? Look, he's smiling!
All I'm smiling at is we're going to go round in circles, aren't we? You've got your interpretation of you believe
this guy owes millions in tax. How long's your wages frozen for? The next 5 years? If he'd paid his fair share, this all in it together and pay a fair share, I'm sure you'd have had a bit of a rise, wouldn't you? Yeah, but you're on the wrong side, bro, in my opinion.
In your opinion, mate?
Yeah, in my opinion. You're one of the people too. This all affects you.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is it.
The fact that they've sent you out here to stop us getting this message out, because it does control 80% of what we read, and people don't understand the situation anymore. Because what was the headline yesterday? Someone in One Direction cheated on his girlfriend. That made the front page. When we're coming up to an election, the front page of the British tabloids is about someone having an affair or cheating on his girlfriend. Why aren't we getting told about real political issues?
Yeah, exactly.
About apartheid,
yeah.
why aren't we talking about genocide?
Yeah, they didn't even mention the fact actually that the Parliament actually is dissolving today.
And by the way, tomorrow you won't have a government. By the way, there's probably something in the works where they'll have to come back in and say, these terrorists have done this, so now we've got to do this. Here's your choices: Ed, the wet lettuce, or Dave, the Conservative.
Oh yeah.
Who do you want as your Prime Minister?
Exactly. Or that UKIP guy who keeps laughing about.
That guy.
Yeah, the UKIP.
Keep watching, guys. Keep watching, because it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys. It's. I'll just have to stop this anyway. We're just at College Green. We're. I think it's the BBC actually pointing out that they're dissolving Parliament today. But anyway,
she said to us, this is going out to the British people. It's got nothing to do with the Sun.
Really?
It's the biggest tabloid in the country, so of course it's got something.
Isn't it actually one BBC directors actually they want to get rid of her because she didn't she censored. Sorry, HSBC. Damn. Oh yeah, HSBC. Stories from being and then the same thing in that they have one guy who's in charge of the BBC actually used to work for Murdoch. Anyway, okay guys, peace out.